Let's talk about why I have fallen out of love with Louis. Now, if you guys have followed me for a while, then you know that I used to be, I wouldn't say a diehard fan, but I definitely loved Louis. I owned many bags. I loved the brand. I had a lot of SLGs. I still have some. Shoes, you name it. I definitely loved the brand. Whenever I was in New York or Chicago, I would love going into the boutique and just checking out the new things, and all that good stuff. But within the last 2 years, I noticed that I was using the bags a lot less, and I really kind of felt like I wanted to sell most of them. And I also didn't really see anything new that they came out with that I loved. And if I did, I feel like there were like a lot of little frustrating things that just came with liking some of their bags, which I'll get into. So I would say, let me first off start off by saying that this is just my opinion. This is just how I feel. If you love Louis, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, this is just, me talking about me and how I feel. I'm not trying to put it on anybody else, but, let's just have a conversation about it, because I'm sure there's some people that feel kind of similar or are frustrated with some of these things. So the first thing that I will say is that I personally have fallen out of love because my style has changed. So that's one of the first things. I feel like when I started liking Louis, I was very young. I was also very young when I fell in love with luxury bags in general, like my early 20s. I've just turned 32. So my style has kind of changed. I'm really loving the whole no label, not immediately knowing which bag you're carrying kind of vibe. I don't know. It's just something that I've definitely really fallen in love with. So the fact that everyone, like, there are so many people that own Louis bags, it is definitely one of the most popular luxury brands. We all know that. And therefore, I feel like everyone and their mother carries one, which I never really loved to begin with. I don't know. It's just, lately, I've been seeing them so much everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're into fashion or if you're not into fashion or if you love luxury. I feel like when I see somebody carry a Louis Vuitton bag, it doesn't always mean that that person is dressed well or has good style. It's just this one item that I feel like every woman feels, or everyone in general feels like they have to have an item from Louis Vuitton. I don't know how else to explain it. And if you look on the resale market, so many of those bags are for sale all the time, just because so many people buy it and then they sell it or whatever, yada, yada, yada. So that's one of the first things. I definitely have just kind of fallen out of the love with the brand in general. And that might change. My style might still change. But for now, I'm not a huge fan. But besides that, what really turned me off was the whole spiel of them making certain bags harder to get and upping their prices so incredibly much, and just making it so difficult for people to try and get a bag. I mean, come on, it is not Hermes. They're not I don't know. To me, that's just something that really bothered me. It makes it difficult. And then, they're taking things off the market and then redoing them, and then freaking people are reselling the stuff and the items are skyrocketing. I mean, my friend recently sent me a bum bag. She wanted to buy one and I was like, I wouldn't buy it if I was you. But she was showing me some of the prices and I bought it new from the boutique. You guys remember I did a video about it. And I think they're selling it for over $4,000 on Fashion File. And that is just wild to me. It is wild. I'm sorry. I don't need one of their bags that much to pay that much more money for a used bag. It's wild. So that whole situation of them making certain bags harder to get and trying to do that whole spiel really just kind of annoyed me and turned me off as well. And then let's talk about the customer service, which seems to be very disappointing sometimes. And let's talk about a personal experience that I had. Okay, let's talk about this. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but that was something that really, really pissed me off. I feel like a lot of the people that work at Louis Vuitton, not all of them, but some of them are like very dismissive and just not the greatest. Usually I always have like SAs at every single boutique that I like to shop with, like every brand that I like to shop with. And I do with Louis as well. Now, I don't shop in Ohio that much because I don't know, I don't love shopping here. And when I go buy luxury bags, I like to have like a nice experience. So a lot of my SAs are like Chicago or New York. That's where I used to go a lot. So anyways, I bought an item and I went and I bought a strap. I wanted to get a new strap, and it was for, I believe, my Pochette Métis. And I've bought straps before, like separate straps for bags, whatever. And I've never, ever returned anything or taken anything back. Usually I think about my purchases, I really like them, whatever. And there was one time where I bought an item and it was a strap. And the very next day, I was like, okay, this is not gonna work with the bag I wanted to use it with. Like, I'm gonna take it back. And I'd never done that before, so I didn't really know like how that would work, whatever. So I went back in, I took it back, and the guy, first of all, super unfriendly. He kind of opens the box, he gets it out, he looks at it, and he goes, "This has clearly been used." And I looked at him and I was like, I just bought it yesterday. I didn't use it. I tried it on to see like what it would look like with the bags, but it wasn't worn or anything like that. And he just proceeds to look at it. There's no stains, there's nothing on it. I mean, I hadn't even had it 24 hours. And he was just so unfriendly and so dismissive and implying that I had worn it and then wanted to return it. Like, what? And I've spent so much money there. I had bought so many items from that brand, and that just made me so mad. Like, I have bad temper anyways, but I've gotten better with age. But that whole situation, like, I will never forget. Like, I was treated so poorly. And it was kind of after that where I was like, F you guys, like, what? Like, that is so messed up. Like, had I actually used it, or if I have had it for like several weeks or whatever, maybe I could have understood it a little bit, but like I hadn't even had it for 24 hours. I never used it, and he was so unfriendly about it. And I actually never returned it. I just took it. I said, you know what? I'll take it. Just like, goodbye. Like, I was really upset. Like, it took a lot in me to like not be like an asshole to him. But yeah, that whole situation frustrated me, and it definitely contributed to the fact that I didn't really want to shop with the brand anymore. And so anyways, yeah, so I have not been purchasing any Louis bags. I've not even really looked on their website. I've not really been interested in it. There's other brands like that I've been loving a lot more, that are a lot easier to shop with, and where I don't feel like I have to beg for a bag or buy a bag pre-loved for twice the price, or get treated like crap if I accidentally purchase something that didn't work out the way I wanted to. And let me know if you guys have ever returned something with Louis and had like a bad experience, because before that time I had never returned anything, like not a bag, nothing. So I don't know if that's just how they always are, if I just got like a bad SA. I have no freaking idea. But yeah, so that's basically it. To sum it up, those are my reasons. I'm still probably going to be talking about the brand here and there, and maybe eventually I'll change my mind, but for now, that's definitely where I'm at. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.